Some stories are too powerful to be fiction. They're lived, endured, and survived. In this video, we explore 5 extraordinary memoirs, each based on a true story of courage, survival, and transformation. From escaping dictatorships to defying cultural oppression, these books reveal what it means to fight for freedom, identity, and hope. If you've ever wondered what real bravery looks like, stay with us. Betty Mahmoody's story begins with a seemingly innocent family trip to Iran in 1984. Her husband, Modi, had promised it would be a short visit to reconnect with his roots. But once there, everything changed. Modi revealed they were staying permanently. Betty and her daughter Mohtab were trapped. Iran, under strict Islamic law, was a world away from Betty's life in Michigan. Women had limited rights, and foreigners were viewed with suspicion. Betty faced verbal and physical abuse, isolation, and constant surveillance. Her daughter was enrolled in school, and Betty was forbidden from leaving the country without her husband's permission.
But Betty refused to accept this fate. Over 18 months, she secretly planned an escape. With the help of sympathetic locals and a network of smugglers, she and Mohtab fled across the mountains into Turkey, risking death at every step. Not Without My Daughter is a gripping tale of survival, maternal love, and cultural conflict. It raises questions about autonomy, identity, and the lengths a mother will go to protect her child. Betty's courage is a testament to the power of hope in the face of oppression.
Yeonmi Park was born in North Korea, a country where freedom is a myth and obedience is survival. Her childhood was marked by hunger, propaganda, and fear. At 13, she and her mother escaped across the frozen Yalu River into China, hoping for freedom but finding a new nightmare. In China, they were trafficked and sold into forced marriages. Yeonmi endured years of abuse, isolation, and shame. But she never stopped fighting. Eventually, she escaped to Mongolia, then South Korea, where she began to rebuild her life. Her memoir, In Order to Live, is raw and unflinching. It's not just about escaping a dictatorship, it's about reclaiming her humanity. Yeonmi speaks candidly about trauma, identity, and the struggle to adapt to freedom after years of control. Today, she's a global human rights advocate, using her voice to expose the horrors of North Korea and fight for those still trapped. Her story is a reminder that liberty is not given, it's earned, often painfully. Waris Dirie's journey begins in the deserts of Somalia. Born into a nomadic tribe, she lived a traditional life until age 5, when she underwent female genital mutilation. The experience left her physically and emotionally scarred. At 13, she fled an arranged marriage and walked across the desert to Mogadishu, then to London, where she worked as a maid. A chance encounter with a fashion photographer changed her life. Waris became a supermodel, gracing the covers of magazines and walking runways around the world. But Waris didn't forget her past. She used her platform to speak out against FGM, becoming a UN ambassador and founding the Desert Flower Foundation. Her memoir, Desert Flower, is a story of transformation from victim to survivor to activist. It explores themes of gender, tradition, and empowerment. Waris's voice is fierce, unapologetic, and deeply personal. She challenges cultural norms and demands change not just for herself, but for millions of girls worldwide. In Pakistan's Swat Valley, Malala Yousafzai grew up in a world where girls were discouraged from learning. Her father, an educator, inspired her to speak out. She began blogging for the BBC, documenting life under Taliban rule and advocating for girls' education. Her activism made her a target. In 2012, a Taliban gunman boarded her school bus and shot her in the head. Malala survived, and the world took notice. She was flown to the UK for treatment and recovery, and her voice only grew louder. I Am Malala is her memoir of courage, conviction, and resilience. It's not just about surviving an assassination attempt. It's about standing up for what's right, even when it's dangerous. Malala became the youngest Nobel Peace Prize laureate and a global symbol of education rights. Her story is a rallying cry for equality. It reminds us that education is a weapon against ignorance, and that one girl's voice can echo across the globe. Kang Chol-Hwan was just 9 when his family was sent to Yodak, a North Korean labor camp. Their crime: his grandfather had been accused of disloyalty. For 10 years, Kang lived in a world of starvation, torture, and indoctrination. He witnessed public executions, worked in freezing fields, and watched friends die. The camp was designed to break spirits, but Kang held on. After his release, he escaped to South Korea and became one of the first defectors to expose the regime's brutality. The Aquariums of Pyongyang is a chilling memoir. It offers a rare glimpse into the hidden horrors of North Korea's gulags. Kang's story is not just about survival, it's about bearing witness. He speaks for those who cannot, shedding light on a regime that thrives in darkness. His memoir is a call for justice, a plea for awareness, and a testament to the resilience of the human soul. 5 stories, 5 battles, 1 truth. The human spirit is unbreakable. These memoirs aren't just books, they're lifelines. They show us what it means to fight for freedom, dignity, and hope. Which story moved you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you believe in the power of truth, hit that like button and subscribe for more real-life stories that matter.